Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time!
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll breathe the sweet salt air. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
What's up, Gorehounds? Ooh, I was a little crackly there. And welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I'm your not so mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, I do bring the shit show alone. And for with me today is my one horror homie over here. I'm pointing the wrong way.
I do that all the time too.
Yeah, I always forget that. What's the fucking else? That Dark Lord, that Chad Daddy, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Howdy ho. Today is June 19th, 2023. And well, we're going to have an itchy kind of heebie-jeebie episode today.
Creepy crawlies.
Shout out to our homies that are not with us tonight. Mr. Bobby Amone and Lord Scuba Cabra. Scoob's doing daddy duty, just what yesterday was all about. And then Bob is stuck at work, so he's doing his thing. But
and Mr. Brody Kane is also stuck at work, so he sadly couldn't join us.
Yep.
He
But
said,
we do have
he said he's working away, so he's been doing that a couple weeks, hasn't he?
What's that?
Working away, like he's away from home.
Yeah, I think so. Don't quote me on it, but I
was thinking he was away for a bit.
But we at least have a video from Brody today, so
Thank God.
we're gonna get his take. We do have some scores from the boys, which we can save there, and who knows, they might even hop in the chat here and there. But today we are going back to the 90s, and we are discussing Arachnophobia, which is honestly, it's always been a personal favorite of mine. I can't believe we haven't fucking reviewed this movie.
Dude, I enjoy this movie, and I hate to say this might possibly be maybe the first time I've seen it since I've seen it in theaters. I might have seen it once or twice since then. It's not I know it's not in my regular rotation. I have no idea why.
This is one, it's not, to me, it's not a yearly rotation, but maybe like a bi-yearly rotation. You know what I mean? It's enough to where like every couple years I'm like, ooh, I want to watch Arachnophobia. And there's always a scene, I swear to God I remember, but it must be from a different movie, but somehow I still think it's in Arachnophobia every fucking time I watch it, dude. It's
Let me guess, it's like fucking eight-legged freaks.
I don't even know. It's something to do with a dead cow. And I swear to God, it's a spider that
cow.
kills a cow. Yeah. And for some reason, there's this memory implanted in my head. And every time I think it's part of the beginning of Arachnophobia, and it's not. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that scene is from.
The only thing I can think of is the critters eating the dead cow in Critters. That's the only thing that pops into my head.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe, you know what? It could be a Mandela effect.
It could be.
It might be completely from something different that I'll never remember again. What's up, Terrence? Happy Juneteenth. I forgot that was today, and it's 19th. I even just said that.
Dude, I didn't even think about it until I was out there mowing the yard. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Juneteenth. No wonder there's no mail.
Well, the only reason it kind of like brought up to me is because like I saw a debate on the old fucking Facebook.
Oh.
But somebody was saying like I guess our county, it's like one of the only holidays for some reason they don't have off. So somebody was kind of calling some shit on it, and I was like, oh, but that's a whole different fucking topic. Not for this podcast,
Heather?
For sure. What's up, Heather? Welcome. Well, before we discuss this fantastic movie, dude, which is just, you know what? This is one of those ones that we've talked about before. It's a Tremors basis. This is a good horror basis to start the family with.
Very good.
100%. It's that pure Amblin entertainment. I don't know why that seemed so weird to say. Before we talk this awesome movie, we're going to talk about what the fuck we did this past weekend. So I got to actually reach deep through the multiverse here.
Yeah, we got to find our
So hold on, let me get into my speed post here.
For those of you who don't know, that's a Flash reference.
That's right.
That was so hilarious how he had to do that every.
Oh my God! Yes, we'll talk about that in a second. But let me go into the multiverse. However you want to do it, whether you use gadgetry or magic, or science, I guess, science and chemistry. Yeah, we're gonna go get a variant of Steve to help us out here. So, Steve, if you could please. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Dude, I legit just ate. I had tacos, and every time I see that, I make me want a freaking slice of pizza.
Right? Every time, dude. I could be eating pizza. I'm like, I want that pizza. Fucking A, man. So, first and foremost, let me just say to you, sir, happy belated Father's Day. I know I already said it to you in the chat, but it doesn't matter. How was your weekend, homie?
It was good, thanks. It was pretty low key. Last week, we had some off and on rain. We had some good weather, bad weather. Thursday, it did clear up so that I decided to try mow the yard, finally.
Mm-hmm.
So, I fired the lawnmower up. I got a few good passes in. I was about a third of the way done, and the fucking engine started chugging. I'm like, all right, you know what? I could use a break. I'll sit down, 5 minutes, have a water, let it rest, fire it back up. Start it back up, it starts chugging in, then it just shuts off. And then I couldn't get it started. So I had to do the same thing I did before, take it all apart, clean the damn carburetor again, put fresh gas in it. It would not start at all. So I'm
Really?
like, God damn it. I'm like, there's something really wrong with this. So I took it all apart again, cleaned and dried out the carburetor again, dumped out the gas. Yes, Heather, wait, I'm getting to that, Heather, because it's not the lawnmower. So what happened was I dumped out, took the gas out. And I'm like, all right, I need to take a look at this because I'm thinking there's water in the gas. And I had an empty plastic water bottle. I dumped the gas in it, and it looked like lemonade. Cloudy as fuck. I'm like, gas ain't supposed to look at that. So I dumped, So I dumped it all out, got rid of all the gas, dumped out the gas can, everything, went and got fresh gas today. Some bitch fired right up.
Question, man. Like, do you have your shit locked up?
No, but I probably should. I mean, I could be the gas station I got this from. Like, I've put their gas in my car before. My car ran like shit. I think it's from that place. So I got it from a completely different place today.
Fair enough. So stay away from that one.
Yeah, no shit. So it ran perfectly fine. Like, I just primed it, hit the button 3 or 5 times, boom, fired up.
It's amazing with clean gas.
Clean gas. But dude, it literally looked like lemonades. It's just horrible, cloudy.
I was gonna say, it sounds like somebody stole your gas and then pissed in there to be like, well, we'll fucking give him some weight back. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude?
It could be. You never know. So I did that. Then Thursday, I'm like, asked the wife, I'm like, how much do you love me? She's like, why? I'm like, I kind of want to go see The Flash. She's like, yeah, just go. I don't care. So Friday afternoon, I went to see The Flash by myself.
Nice, dude. Solo viewings are fun.
I like it. I like it. And the theater, there was only maybe 6 people. Hey, what's up, Gene? But there was only maybe 6 people in the theater. It's a Friday afternoon. People are working. I get that. And also, it was raining pretty bad that day, too. So that could have been keeping people out. It rained so hard twice during the movie, you could hear the rain just pounding on the theater.
Bro, what movie did that recently? There was a movie I was at. Oh, it was Evil Dead. Evil Dead. It was a crazy night like that. And then it showed those outside scenes where it was raining in the movie. And it was just amplified effect. It was fucking insane.
Thank you. That's another thing we can bring up during the nerd news at the end. Just Evil Dead hitting Max next week.
What?
Yeah, 27th. So I saw The Flash and I really enjoyed it. And maybe we should wait till nerd news to talk more about it, like we were in the pre-show.
Yeah, because then that way we can give ample spoiler territory if people for some reason need to dip out.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Just to answer Gene's question, I would say you could answer Gene's question here if you want to sum it up in a sentence of if you thought.
So how good was it? I really enjoyed it. It wasn't like the end all be all like a lot of people wanted, but I feel like this is the movie that people wanted Multiverse of Madness to be.
Okay.
If you get what I'm saying there, and especially where it spoiler alert, yes, it does show glimpses of the multiverse, and that's what people were wanting in the Multiverse of Madness, more so on this level than what they actually got.
I felt like this was see, when you say it like that, now it just makes me think that what was it? The last Spider-Man movie there is more Multiverse of Madness than Multiverse of Madness.
The animated one?
No, the Far From Home or not Never Coming Home or whatever the fucking.
Which is funny because it came out before Multiverse of Madness.
Right. But I'm saying like just the way you're explaining that and
Yeah.
for like, yes, spoiler, I also saw, Flash. So I know what you're talking about, but
yeah, it was a real fun movie. And
Brody.
like I did, like I said, I did enjoy it.
No Way Home. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah. And it does have a post-credit scene that doesn't set anything up. It's completely unimportant. And if people don't want to stick around to see it, you ain't missing out on anything.
100%, dude.
But we'll talk more about Flash
Yeah.
when it gets to nerd news because there's a lot of good points to bring up, a lot of good stuff to discuss. It wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. So that happened. So Saturday, so yesterday was not just Father's Day, it's also my mother-in-law's birthday.
Oh.
So my wife's dad he drives truck. He has like his own truck. He's an independent contractor. He drives to different places. So he leaves Sunday and he'll be back Thursday and Friday. So we had a Father's Day / birthday get together for my mother-in-law on Saturday up there and just spent the day hanging out. We had hot wings for dinner. Ooh. And the kids get to play up there because they have a go-kart up there that they can just race around in. And they have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And it was a nice day out. And then yesterday, dude, I didn't do a fucking thing yesterday. Yesterday was a nice lazy day. I finally finished Hogwarts Legacy, so now I'm just finishing up all the little side quests.
Girl, nice.
Oh, dude, and once you learn Avada Kedavra, that's just it.
Oh, the killing curse there?
And I gotta say, I am glad, if anybody hasn't played the game yet, there is no repercussions for using the unforgivable curses. So feel free to use them at your leisure.
You know what? I was kind of pissed that there wasn't repercussions. I feel there should have been a better moral system if you were going to go that route.
Yeah, because you look at a game like Fable, which this plays kind of a lot like, and there was the moral system in that one.
Oh, yeah, man. But that would actually like straight up turn your character and shit was fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah, if your character would grow horns and shit.
Right? Brody, social media is a dick, and that is why any movie that I severely want to see, I have to see opening weekend. And I will be a dick about it.
That's why
I'm very adamant on it because it's like, no. People, dude, I'm mad for people like how Spider-Man got spoiled so fast. I'm like, come on, dude. Let people fucking see shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Rand.
You're right, though. And Brody's like, social media spoiled Flash, and that's why I wanted to see it opening weekend before it really got a chance to. And I'm so glad I got to see it Friday because it only came out like the night before, really.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure.
But man, the fucking end scene. Holy shit, dude. That was great. I was laughing.
So you know what's weird, and I don't understand this, and maybe you can explain it. Not to try to like stay on the Flash topic too much, but it was talking about the earning gross for the weekend, right? But I was seeing all these articles and shit running Sunday morning saying, oh, it tanked its 3-day weekend. It's 3. And I'm like, it's not even the weekend's not even over yet. What the fuck are you talking about?
They love jumping the gun there.
Bro, like it's like you can't count Thursday, that's a weekday. And Friday, while it is a weekday, everybody considers Friday evening the start of the weekend.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why you get your 3-day. It's not Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, what the fuck is that bullshit?
And of course, this movie isn't going to do huge bank. Look at the fucking competition.
There's so much shit to go see right now.
June is loaded. You got Transformers still out there. You got Spider-Verse. There's this. Fast 10's still pulling in money. What else do we have? Indiana Jones.
Boogeyman out there. You got some other shit out there that's not even, it's not like mainstream, but it's still trying to do its thing.
And the films like Boogeyman are going to turn more of a profit than this is, just because of how low budget it was to make
shit,
that.
For sure. Absolutely.
But
nice, man. Sounds like you had a fun super weekend.
Man. I did. So how was yours, buddy?
Well, I'll keep it short and sweet. Let's see. So Saturday, Johnny D felt fucking old because I went to my 20th year class reunion, dude. Which everybody thought it was funny that like my family, they're like, you're going to go? Because like, honestly, there's like a couple of people that I hang out from high school that I still hang out with. And those are like the ones that I always like honestly cared about. But I'm like, yeah, but those are the ones we're truly friends with.
They are doing something like that here. And I think it's in a couple weeks. I don't remember, where instead of doing it for like one specific year, they are doing every year
for the decade.
every year up until the year 2000. Everybody.
Ew.
And it sounds like it's going to be like really crowded, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go. I don't think there's enough of those people that I really want to see.
That just sounds like, I mean, not gonna lie, that sounds like a good excuse to try to have a big jamboree and bring some money in.
I think that's what it is.
Like, for
Because
sure.
it's like, I almost want to say it's $25 for a couple.
Yeah, it was 30 for the couple.
It's 25 until you, but if it's like a certain cutoff point, then after that it's 30.
Oh, okay. But it was fun though, dude. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not trying to say anything necessarily negative about it. It's more than negative for me is we're
getting there, buddy. We're getting there.
The biggest thing for me was just like, you know what, dude? It's like, what the fuck now, man? Like, there were some people definitely coming up that I really genuinely wanted to be like, yo, man, I wanted to catch up with them because I haven't seen them in a minute. And it was a good fucking time, man. Like,
nice.
I didn't stay. I was actually like the first one to dip out. Like, I was there for like 2.5 hours already, and I was like, all right, adios, fucking class of 03. I'll see you another 20. So like, I didn't get in like the big photo at the end of the night or whatever, but I also was like, meh. I went in. You know me, sir. I don't drink.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hitting the rum and coke. So after like the third one, I also forgot I didn't eat anything all day. So I was like, oh, I should probably have one of these pizza slices because I'm feeling pretty fucking white girl right now. And
nice.
Yeah, dude, it was a good time. And then I, got to play some MK and shit. That's what I was gonna say. So shout out to my buddy Logan, dude, and he's hopped on the Fatality podcast before, and he helped us with, like, he gave us a review on the movie and shit. Because my fire's been reignited on MK11, dude, he hopped online, dude. So him and I battled for fucking hours, dude.
Nice.
And it was great because my wife like won't ever fight me because she's like, no, I hate fucking losing all the time. And I'm like, well, man, but like my buddy and I, like, all right, my main is Johnny Cage and his main is Sub-Zero, dude. And we have like some of the sweatiest fucking I even recorded one the other night because it was so fucking sweaty, bro. It was down to round 3, and there was literally like we already used our fatal blows, so nobody had a fatal blow, and we each had about a quarter left of health bar, dude. And he fucking knocked me down to like this fucking nut hair of a sliver. And he did have his fatal blow. He had it and he missed it. Oh. And I fucking took full advantage of that shit, dude. And he dodged. So for my Cage, I have the uppercut. He dodged the uppercut, but I fucking snuck in the enhanced, will bring down the down kick, dude, that'll just slam on the floor, and fucking pulled that shit right out of my ass. And it was just one of those fights where you're like, woo!
Man,
like,
games like that are legendary. That's great.
Yes, dude, and that's why I fucking love fighters, man. They're just like, you get to that nitty gritty fucking moment, and you're just like, you pull that shit, you want to just like fucking huck the controller and be like, fuck that, dude. Unless you're pissed, then you just want to huck it too. But
for a different reason.
But no, but so my daughter called me out because she was like, well, does Logan beat you? I go, yeah, he beats me quite a bit. She's like, Daddy, you're like Goku. And I was like, why? She's like, because you like to lose. I'm like, because like that's how you learn how to fight.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point. I'm like, whatever. So
she'll understand.
No, here's the thing, dude. I love it because she is totally into fighters, but right now I let her play the new MK. I was like, you're old enough now. I don't give a shit. But she likes Injustice more, which I'm like, that's cool because I dig Injustice as well. So, and she likes Soul Calibur with me as well. So that's fucking dope. But yes, went and saw The Flash Father's Day. I saw my dad right beforehand. Went and just hung out with him. And then my Father's Day treat was, that's what I wanted to go do, was go see Flash. So saw that at 1:30. 3 button sets versus 6 buttons. You're right.
That's a Genesis. That is a total Genesis reference.
Yep, for sure. Why is there 6 buttons?
Dude, they straight up made that specifically for both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, gotta have them face buttons, dude. I gotta say thank you to Mr. Monet for sharing this shit because I haven't got to that yet. I'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh shit, I absolutely forgot that too.
No, that's fine.
I usually do that during Slice of Life.
Yeah, I do too, but we usually have 4 of us. So
yeah.
We usually have some fluff time. And then you guys listening, if you could kindly share this for us, that would be fantastic. We would appreciate it. Smooches all around. flash my thoughts. I think it was super fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chad said, it's not a perfect movie. There's some editing cleanup shit that needed to happen for sure, but they probably run out of budgetary constraints, I imagine.
Probably.
And obviously this movie's also been pushed back a few fucking times, which is never good for anything fucking else. Hey, Mr. Ramone.
There he is. There's Bobby.
You take a shower, buddy, and you get a good night's sleep, homie. I know
take
you're
a
tired
shit.
as fuck. Well, that goes before the shower, hopefully, because otherwise, then you just ruin your day. You got to re-shower and shit.
Shit in the shower.
No, don't waffle stomp it. Jesus Christ. Unless you got like a fishnet scoop. But anyways, we've talked enough about us. We're here to talk about creepy crawlies, and that is 1990s Arachnophobia. Let me pull up our show notes here, because literally they just went fucking down. God damn it.
Oh, way to go.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go. Oh, this was released, by the way, July 19th, 1990. So 1 month off. Not bad. All right, plot rundown. A group of researchers is on a research expedition in Venezuela. Upon routine trapping of insects, the researchers find 2 stunned spiders in their traps, and they study these insects that are unlike any spiders they've ever seen. One escapes and kills a photographer, actually.
Yes.
And then hitches a ride back to the photographer's hometown. Canaima? Is that a real place?
I don't think there's something in my notes, but Canaima is the area of Venezuela that they filmed in.
Okay.
So they named it after that, but I don't think there is a Canaima, California.
I didn't think there is either, but yes. Hometown, Canaima, California. Dr. Ross Jennings has just moved there and is deathly afraid of spiders. Now, the Venezuelan spider has reached the U.S. and has begun to dominate the town. Soon, people, not only that, he gets to have sex.
Yeah, he did.
Only after the death of the town's only doctor, douchebag, does Jennings realize that a spider might be causing the deaths. He sends his assistant to Kamina. Wait, what? He sends his assistant.
Yeah, there's something missing there. Anyway.
Yeah. So the blonde ponytail dude, who I don't remember his name, sends his assistant to Kamina. I can't remember. I don't know why I can't say that. It looks so weird. Only verifying that the Venezuelan spider was involved. He informs that the spider plans to take over the new area by creating reproductive offspring with a domestic house spider. Now it's a race. It does. And now it's a race against time before the Venezuelan spider manifests the town and eventually the entire country. Ooh. Directed by Frank Marshall, Alive, and Congo. Awesome. That's one we should cover, dude.
Congo? Really?
I feel like it's
borderline. It's borderline.
It's gore. It is. I mean, we're getting into the 5th. We're getting deep at this point. So maybe, we can start scotching into them more. I don't know. I was scared of it as a kid. I can fucking tell you that.
Hey, you know what? Would that be our first Bruce Campbell? No.
We've done Bruce. Maniac
That's
Cop.
right.
Yeah. All right. Written by Don Jacoby, Life Force, John Carpenter's Vampires, Wesley Strick, Cape Fear, and Wolf. Produced by Kathleen Kennedy, Jurassic Park, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Richard Vane, Harry and the Hendersons, great movie, and The Phantom.
Not just a great movie. The series was pretty good too.
I never watched the series.
It was good.
Nice.
They have brought back Kevin Peter Hall as Harry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Take it away with the cast, homie.
All right. Starring Jeff Daniels, Dumb and Dumber, and the bus that couldn't slow down as Dr. Ross Jennings. Harley Jane Kozak, The House on Sorority Row, Parenthood, as Molly Jennings. The iconic John Goodman, King Ralph, Coyote Ugly, as Delbert McClintock. Julian Sands, may he rest in peace, because we all know he's dead, even though his body hasn't been found yet. Warlock, the Phantom of the Opera, as
Wait,
Dr.
what are you talking about?
Okay, so Julian Sands went missing a few months ago. He took some kind of mountain hike, and there was a snowstorm. Yeah, and he never came back, and they haven't found his body.
Like this year?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Sasquatch.
Could be.
No,
Brody,
Brody
just said that. That's funny.
Well, no, like, that Brody said that, and I'm like reading it, and then you said that. I was like, wait, what the? I'm like, I'm completely missing. No
See, I wasn't
shit.
looking at the chat because I'm sitting here looking at my notes.
That's awesome.
So yes, it's very sad. Brian McNamara, Short Circuit, Caddyshack 2 is Chris Collins.
Caddyshack 2 was terrible.
James it was. James Handy, The Rocketeer, Jumanji as Milt Briggs, Peter Jason, They Live, Mortal Kombat, the first movie, as Henry Beechwood, Henry Jones, Support Your Local Sheriff, 9 to 5 as douchebag Dr. Sam Metcalf, Francis Bay, Happy Gilmore, Critters 3 as Evelyn Metcalf, Mark L. Taylor from Inner Space and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as Jerry Manley, Roy Brocksmith, Total Recall and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey as Irv Kendall, Kathy Kinney, The Drew Carey Show, The Secret Life of the American Teenager as Blair Kendall, Stuart Pankin, Congo again and Striptease.
Yeah.
Sheriff
awesome,
Lloyd
yeah.
yeah. And Mary Carver, Simon and Simon, and Protocol as Margaret Hollins. We had a small body count, only 7. And so
yeah, but not bad for a PG movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, dude? Like, honestly, this is a family movie, and we still get a solid body count. We've had full horror movies where we've had less.
Yeah.
So
straight up. So you want to take it from here again? Or you want me to
fuck
finish?
yeah, dude.
All
Let's
right.
go. All right. So music by Trevor Jones from Dark City and From Hell. Ooh, Dark City's one I haven't watched in a long time. Cinematography from Mikhail Solomon from The Abyss and Backdraft, edited by Michael Kahn, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Poltergeist. Effects and makeup by Chris Wallace. Wallace,
yeah.
Okay. Gremlins and Enemy Mine. Oh, man, that's another one. Distributed by Buena Vista Pictures. Runtime of 110 minutos. MPA AA rating of it's PG-13. Excuse me. I thought it was PG. I was off. Budget of 22 mil grossed, and it was a gross.
It was.
53.2 mil. So not bad.
Not bad
at all. They made their budget and then some.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. All right. Let's discuss this fucking awesome film.
So again, like I said, this clearly was not my first time seeing this. It may have been. I'm pretty sure I've seen it at least once or twice since then, like maybe on HBO or something. But it hasn't been in my regular rotation. I think I might have to change that. I might have to get a copy because I'm not fucking renting it every goddamn time.
I have it on DVD still, and it sucks because like it's not the best DVD quality by any means, and I have like some of my TVs will zoom into it to where I can get the full TV, but the one main one that we were watching on just wouldn't like it just doesn't want to do it for some reason. And
yeah, it is. Sorry, it is PG-13. Yeah, I'll just double check that.
Okay, no, yeah, Brody says it's PG in Australia. It feels like a PG movie, but I guess because now we have the introduction of PG-13.
I think it's the body count
probably
that keeps it from being PG,
and possibly the teenage cleavage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That had to have been a body double. Or she was.
Bro, that was a high school girl. Why are we even seeing this? I mean, hopefully she was 18. Jesus Christ, if not, what the fuck?
That's why I said it's got to be a body double because you only see it from the neck down.
That lucky spider. Anyways,
whoa.
Listen, if that was a water slide at the park, that would be my favorite fucking water slide. Okay,
the titty ride.
Just right through you bounce off the boobs and then just fucking. It's awesome. But no, obviously this is not the first time watching this fucking movie. This is one I've watched as a kid. It always creeped me the fuck out, especially, dude, the end scene. Not to like jump around and shit like that, but that's what we do here. So, but yeah, man, the end scene when you get them all coming out of the fucking woodworks.
They're fucking swarming the house.
That shit is like so ingrained in my head. Like anytime somebody mentions this movie, that's the thing that like pops. It's like,
and that was a big selling point on the trailer, if I remember correctly, too. Was seeing
because you got to see a bunch of spiders, man. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not going Jaws style with this movie to where you're making a giant spider and you're just doing still like normal size, you got to go, monumentous amounts.
Right.
But so I will say, I love the spider that they picked. I love his like little dance moves that he pulls off sometimes when he wants to like get away from people. I actually believe he is a friend of Brody's. He's an Australian native.
That's a huntsman spider.
Was it a huntsman spider specifically? Oh,
For the smaller ones, yeah, they're called. It's in my notes. I think they're called a flat huntsman. But the big one is it's called a Goliath bird-eating spider.
No, that one I knew. Yeah, his name is Big Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do remember that one. But no, the little ones, man, like man, they look like they're really fucking acting, dude. Like little fucking, like it's awesome.
And it's great how they did it too to get them to move like that. They use like hair dryers. Like Gene mentioned, the great hair dryer store.
Hairdresser and lemon pledge.
Yes,
I believe I read.
Yep, because they don't like lemon pledge. So they wouldn't walk where it was sprayed.
So they'd be like, "Whoa, no." But no, okay. So this movie, man, like right off the bat, it starts off. You got this. You're in fucking Venezuela, so you know what I mean. You're over the fucking Amazon. You're like, what the hell is this, man? Especially if you didn't watch the trailers. I don't know if they show that versus the trailers, but I'm assuming they would show.
I think it is real quick shown. Yeah,
is it? Okay,
I think.
But I like that, like they actually shot there and everything. Like that's fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, what an awesome way to get a little vacation in Venezuela.
It's so fun. The scene with them going down into that sinkhole, whatever. And I don't know why I was just getting like Skull Island vibes from that whole thing,
bro. Because that literally is. That's what Skull Island is. It's an untouched ecosystem, which this was.
That's what I thought of.
Like, I've heard some people complain that they didn't like how the scientists went in and like kind of killed everything off. But I'm like, well, to be fair, I'm like, this is also, if we're going off of late 80s, early 90s science, you know what I mean? Like, we're not giving too much of a shit at this point. So,
right.
You know. However, I'll tell you what, man. Why didn't anybody bring a fucking umbrella? They knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? Like, how bad's a pop-up fucking umbrella to be like, nope. Fuck this shit, dude. Not even spiders aside. Let's just say there's not even spiders. Dude, you still just have a shit ton of dead bugs just falling out.
Yeah, that's
no thanks, man.
Nobody wants that. That's creepy no matter what. If you're not afraid of insects, you're like, whoa. It's like that. Dude. It's like that scene in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom where they're going down that hallway, and it's just literally the floor's just crawling with bugs. Like, I'm not afraid of bugs, but that gave me nightmares before.
That still gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
And this movie does it perfectly. I had my daughter watch it with us. Like, I didn't force her to watch it, but like she kept like peeking in. I was like, "Oh, you should watch it." I'm like, "You can watch it."
Oh yeah, it's very family friendly.
It was so funny, man, because like anytime like it would start getting like crazy spidery scene, dude, she was like had like a stuffy and she would just start like slide. She's like, "No, stop!" And yeah, dude, it's fantastic. But like, I love how the beginning they set it up perfectly. You get this crazy spider that's never been introduced to mankind or anything like that. Our dude gets killed off super fucking quick, so we get a reason of like why it's able to transport to this town. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the story itself is pretty solid and tight.
Gene said the deleted scenes for this are rad. Gene, if you want to elaborate in here, be my guest, because I didn't look up the deleted scenes. I know there is one deleted scene that they filmed, but they didn't use, where the sheriff dies.
Oh, really? What? They killed Lloyd?
Yeah, because you don't see him after he leaves the mortuary. And the reason for that is he got bit driving around in his patrol car, and he crashed and, he died.
I was gonna say, I thought wait, do you see him at the wait, because I thought the last time you see him is after he drops off, what's his name, at the barn, and then he drives away.
Maybe it's the barn. Maybe I'll get there. But yeah, he is killed off in a deleted scene.
No shit.
Gene said there's a bunch of Goodman scenes that were cut, so.
Oh my god,
that's gotta be gold.
Right, so you know what?
We're gonna have to look that up.
We'll talk Delman or Delbert, right?
Delbert.
Sorry, not Dilbert. Delbert, specifically John Goodman as Delbert. Fantastic fucking character, dude. This might have to be a cosplay option for me. I mean, it's pretty close to Ghostbusters, honestly, but it's just, it'd be so much funnier to act this character of fucking John,
because that's a very non-John Goodman character that he's playing.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's just like John Goodman is such a well-rounded like actor, you know what I mean? So it's just for him to play this role and just like the way he is collecting beer cans and shit, dude, and just telling people off like, yeah, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I fucking love it. He's definitely he's a character to me that feels like he should fit into something completely different than this particular universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where they pulled him in from. But no, man, his scenes were fantastic and hilarious. I mean, the motherfucker had his own theme music. You know, like, that goes pretty hard when you get your own campy, like, wonky theme music that's ridiculous, but for some reason, every time you hear it, you just can't help but smile.
And I can't think of anyone better to play that role either. And I think,
No.
if I'm not mistaken, I think the director wanted John Candy, but Spielberg insisted on Goodman.
So this would have been like prime Roseanne time for sure, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what? Roseanne came out 88?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, dude, and that took right off from the belt. So,
and I feel like that was a lot of the audience that went to see it was for John Goodman too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, like, I was wondering if it was for him more so, or the fact that like Jeff Daniels is in it now, because like Jeff Daniels had a few ringers under his belt before this, right?
Not in '90. His stuff came later, like
was it
Speed and Dumb and Dumber were right after each other.
No, but didn't he do like a Revolutionary War movie or something like that, like in the 80s that was really big?
I'm trying to think what that.
I'd have to look up this shit, but like, I mean, he was known. I mean, we all know the Dumb and Dumber thing. Like, nobody
he was a rising
Dumber.
Star at this time. He wasn't a household name. John Goodman definitely was,
but he also wasn't a comedy star or anything like that either. He was more of like a dramatic actor.
Yeah,
and so like that's why I guess that's more of a Dumb and Dumber kind of a thing, but because nobody expected him to do that. Civil War. Oh, what the fuck? I'd have to look up this guy.
Would it have been Glory? That came out around that time. I don't know. I didn't watch too many Civil War movies.
I've only seen a few of them, and they were only because of school.
Same. I think that's probably why I don't actively seek them out, because that was just pounded into our skull. Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Oh, that's Bill Pullman. Bill Pullman was in Independence Day. He was the...
Yes. He was in the Grand Tour. Okay. It wasn't Glory. Anyways. So, this, we get Jennings coming in to this town after like we get our story of how we're getting spiders there.
Right.
And blah, blah, blah. I want to say the doctor in this might take douchiest person that we've ever had in a movie ever. And we've had a lot of douchebags.
He might. You got...
Bro, like, how bad do you fuck over? Like, it's one thing to fuck over multiple people, but to specifically fuck over one person who's not a bad guy by any means, who literally changed his entire fucking life around on your word.
Okay, so not only did he refuse to retire, but he's literally bad-mouthing the doctor in clear earshot.
Which he knows, because he's that kind of a dude.
Yeah.
I work with people like that. It's like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like,
yeah.
You want to have a discussion.
Like, he was actively sabotaging this doctor. And he knew that he was wrong, for giving the old lady the wrong... He gave her medicine she didn't need.
Right.
And to say that that's why she died when he didn't even want to consider any other possible options.
Which, honestly, I like that part of the story and everything. Like, that's a good little, just like, to give that extra, like, you know what I mean? To give that old doctor the power. Being like, yeah, because he took that off. And it's like, oh, well, now it's like, ooh, big city doctor, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Coming into these rural folks fucking shit up. And, yeah, man, he was just... I love his wife, though. I love her in everything that she is in.
Oh, yeah. Happy Gilmore's grandma. Come on. You can't.
It's either Happy Gilmore's grandma or it's the bag lady from Seinfeld. Give me the bread, you old bag.
I was thinking that, too. Oh, shut up, you old bag.
Yep. She was also the innkeeper in Mouth of Madness.
Yep.
She turned into the giant fucking monster, dude. She's fucking awesome. No, that was honestly a bittersweet moment in the doctor's death scene when he says, he's like, call the ambulance, call Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, he knew he fucked up, but it was too late regardless.
Yep.
Like 100%. But honestly, his wife killed him because he was good to go, but she was the one like, don't forget to put your slippers on. He's like,
But
you're
that was
right.
an accident.
I
love-
know.
I love how he's like freaking out. It's like, oh, something bit me. She looks down. It's just a spider.
Right?
Like most women would be like freaking the fuck out. Ah, spider.
Which, okay, I'm glad you said that. Let's go back to the beginning when Jeff Daniels and his family gets to his house and they find. Now, I'm assuming that's the female spider, right? Because
Yeah,
the
that's the one that
Venezuelan
mates
spider
her.
is the general.
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah, he was putting on that big D for that. But anyways, that spider was pretty fucking big too.
It was.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think most people would have just picked it up and been like, oh, I'll take it outside. I think most people would have been like, fuck this. Psha! Like,
No, I probably would have
Yeah.
taken it outside.
yeah.
I'm not big on killing spiders if I can't help it.
I don't know, man. I got a lot of those brown fucking, like, those big fuzzy brown and black ones all in my basement and shit. So there's enough of them where I can kill them off and it's not really good to
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. There's some. We had the one night Harper came in freaking out because there was a spider in the room. And she's like, "It's really big. It's really big." And I was expecting like this little thing. And there's this huge fucking. They're called Fisher spiders.
Yep.
Like I'm not kidding you. Like its leg span was the palm of my hand. It was huge.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's the shit you don't need to see after watching this movie. You know what I mean? Wolf spiders. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking A. But no, so like we got Dr. Douchebag. We have a good setup of like Def Daniels. Jesus Christ.
Def Jam.
Jeff Daniels. And like his whole, obviously he gets shit on, but then as soon as the doctor dies, they're like, damn, flip the script. Great day at the fucking office, honey. You know what I mean? Business is booming. But then, yes, and that was crazy too. Is like we killed off technically a kid. I mean, he was a teenager,
Mm-hmm.
but that was our second fucking death after the first one being a really hot old biddy. Which I don't even know if she was that old, honestly. She probably was only in her fucking 50s.
Well, technically, the first one would have been the photographer.
Okay, fair.
So you
Well,
gotta
I
use
mean,
it.
like, I
But, like,
mean
in
of
the town.
the new species of spiders though
Yeah.
that are killing people. Which man, like Margaret, dude, she was a fox.
She was a silver fox,
She,
and I felt really bad right at her death scene because she was just sitting there talking to her dead
Yeah.
husband, missing him. The poor old.
which
bag.
I'm just like, damn, yeah, dude, that one makes you really hurt a little
Yeah.
bit, dude. Like, just gives you just enough. You're like, ah, she was a really nice lady.
Yeah, she should have lived. But then again, I was gonna say they should have killed off the doctor's wife, but you really love Happy Gilmore's grandma too, so you can't
no,
say
dude, you can't do that.
No.
But no, this was a good one because like it sets up the whole confrontation that we get in this whole movie. Like, she's his only patient, took her off the medicine. The other doctor finds out, freaks out. Now, here's my thing: is like, can the one doctor subside over the other one, even though she only had one visit with Daniels? Technically, he's her doctor. Can the other one like claim jurisdiction over that when it comes down to like the body shit and everything?
I wouldn't think, but
No,
but the sheriff was in his court, and the sheriff was kind of douchey also.
bro. This sheriff was like, he was a goober, dude. Like, he's 100% a goober with his little snide looks right in the beginning and shit. Like,
He was like probably the fat kid that got picked on in middle school, and the second he got a chance to get any kind of authority, it went straight to his head.
oh, absolutely, dude. But that's the best part is like, once that doctor goes, and then who's the other guy with the bolo? He's the what? County? What the hell?
Coroner. He was the coroner.
He's the county coroner, though,
Yeah.
right? Okay. I like how that dude just comes in and literally just tells him to shut the fuck up every time. Like, shut up, Lloyd. Man, and he does it, dude. Like, he respects the authority, which is funny.
Well, it's the
but-
county coroner. He actually does have authority there.
True, but just for him to consistently tell him to shut up like at least 3 to 4 fucking different times. But I gotta say, man, this movie, it sets up some good tense scenes, man.
It does.
The scene where they're actually like trying to find the spider and
Okay, how in the hell did? And I'm amazed they actually found anything. How in the hell did they figure 4 guys, which was really just 3 guys because Jeff Daniels didn't do anything? How did they expect to find one certain spider in this whole big house?
Well, so is the doctor's house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was like, I'm pretty sure it's got to be the doctor's house because that was the one where they knew the last death was.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. It was probably just like a fluke luck. You know
That
what I
is
mean? Like they're
that
just
is looking
hoping.
for a needle in a haystack.
It is, but it worked out in their favor. I mean, they found the dead one.
I mean, I guess maybe
Which-
they were hoping that they weren't just finding that specific spider, but maybe something of the same species because they were, there's
Well,
one.
they didn't find anything though at that point, right? Like they didn't even know.
They didn't know what they were looking for.
Right. They just knew that there was potentially spider bites.
Yes.
And then obviously they found the dead one first in the cereal, which, ew.
Right?
First of all, that cereal was open in the container. Like Lloyd looked at it and it was already open. So why? Clearly bugs are going to get in there.
Yeah. And 2, that cereal is going to be stale as shit.
Yeah. Gross as fuck, man. Blech. But no, man, this is where we get the cool, like, little live, like, dancing spider where he's like, hey. And, like, Jeff Daniels is like, oh, yeah, I'm going to try to challenge you. And he's like, oh, yeah, bitch, I got you too.
Well, Jeff Daniels didn't want to go near it, though. He's like, I'm
He's-
paralyzed with fear. He's like, oh, I'm scared to death. And dude's like, you don't fucking do this.
He was puckered butthole.
He was.
100%, dude. But no, so, obviously, get a couple more deaths. They figured out it's the spiders. And now we're like, oh, shit, what's going on? We get a little bit more Delbert scene going in with the coach's family, which we talked about, which, listen, man, first of all, when that girl's taking a shower, I feel like you would have felt the web that she grabbed when she went to go change the nozzle.
I would have assumed.
Like, you would feel that weird texture of stretchiness. Like,
Yeah.
ew. And then on top of that, you didn't feel the spider just launch on your face and sit there
Okay.
for a second?
I thought about that, and then I'm like, well, it probably wouldn't feel that different from the water itself. So I can see that.
But the water was behind her.
But it could have splashed up. I don't know.
I mean, I guess I'm reaching for it here because it's obviously just supposed to be like, one kind of titillating scene.
Literally titillating.
Right? And then she fucking waffle stomps that bitch. But no, then we get some more Delbert, which he comes out, and I love that scene where he's just like hosing the spider on the fucking walk. And the spider's just like, no, fuck you. And it's cool how they did that scene, man. They didn't even kill the spider for that scene, dude. They had a hollow out shoe.
Dude, I didn't even realize this, but they didn't even hose a real spider. That was a fake.
Yeah, they used magnets or like little puppets sometimes because they didn't kill any spiders on set, dude.
Nope.
And
didn't
any
hurt them,
dead
nothing.
spiders were ones that naturally died.
Mm-hmm.
And because obviously ones are going to die. They're spiders.
Yeah, they're spiders. They don't live
fucking ever.
Exactly.
So,
And dude, some of the cast straight up adopted these spiders when they were done.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's
shit.
in my notes, but yeah, the cast, the cast members and the crew, they really got attached to these spiders. They weren't afraid of them at all because huntsmans are actually really gentle spiders, despite their ferocious look.
Hey man, like I said, they look like they were dancing half of the scenes, and when they were like just like cha 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 and back and forth. Like if you just change the music and the tone, that's a totally different fucking scene, dude. You know what I mean?
Throw on a little bit of salsa music.
Yeah, dude. Put a little like fucking cartoon sombrero on him or something like that, dude. Fucking great. They're like those dancing crabs sometimes, dude, when you just see them like just chilling in nature. But no, man. So then, let's skip ahead and we get to the nitty gritty, man. Shit is fucking going down. They figured out the circle the web pattern of all the deaths, which we've seen, we've seen that archetype in many things before, but it works well. I'm not going to say it doesn't.
Brody said he's surprised no spiders escaped to start a huntsman plague in the U.S.
Yeah, right.
That they were really, really strict on these spiders, to be honest. Like, and it's in my notes, like they had to jump through a lot of hoops just to get them here.
Well, yeah, because they wanted a different kind of spider. They didn't want to use just tarantulas and shit because everybody fucking uses tarantulas.
But they had to be really, really careful that none of them escaped because that would be considered an invasive species.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I mean, shit, man. Talk to like Brazil with hippos right now, man. Who would have ever thought that's an invasive species? But fucking A, they are. But no, man. We get down to the end scene, the nitty gritty. Spiders just coming out the fucking woodwork, and this
literally
is the scene,
swarming
man.
this house.
This is the scene where it's like, bro, if you do not like spiders, this is where this is gonna ruin your day. Like 100%.
Yep.
And oh man. And then Delbert comes in with his private stock of acid, which I can only assume is acid, and just starts burning Jeff Daniels' house.
Yeah, it's funny because right before that he was talking about how he uses like this environmentally friendly
on his gloves,
biodegradable,
right? Yeah, and he's like,
but he's saying that, then he comes in with this fucking acid, just spraying the shit out of them because his eco-friendly shit wasn't doing anything to these spiders.
Because that was stuff that he probably bought, but like I said, that's what his private stock is, fucking shit that he makes that's clearly illegal to fucking.
He comes in dressed like fucking.
He's a Ghostbuster, bro.
He's like a cross between Ghostbuster and Doc Brown when he's putting the plutonium in the DeLorean.
A little bit. Like I said, man, I feel like, I got enough flight suits, dude. I probably could just depatch one and then get the helmet and the gas mask, and I could totally be Delbert for a cosplay.
Get a cheap, shitty curly wig to put under a hat.
Yeah, dude. And then actually get some cylinders, just fill it with water, and just spray people at cons, dude, when they're hot. Like, yeah. I think it'd be fucking awesome, dude.
And Gene says, waste of a wine room. But thank you, by the way. When he's sitting there trying to build the wine room, and it's just going right through the wood.
Yeah.
And I just look at him like,
danger zone.
I'm like, dude, that's not termites. That's just dry rot.
But like, my question is, why would you keep shooting nails in when you saw the first one completely rip through it? Be like, oh,
I'm thinking he was testing to see if there were any good spots.
I mean, I'm sure he was, but like, I don't know, man. That shit was close.
And that led to the classic John Goodman line: "Take out bad wood, put in good wood."
That's right.
I love
bad
that
wood. What do we do?
Take out bad wood.
I love how would you feel if I just ripped out this whole floor right here? No. All right. Solid. That's what I'm saying. Like, his character is so perfect in this movie, dude.
That sounds a lot like something like Pete Venkman might say.
Right, just something ridiculous, dude. Or even, I don't know, I can see Ray being like over the top, just like, hey, listen, we got to do all this. No, okay, how about just tone it back a little bit?
Yeah, because Egon wouldn't even ask; he'd just do it.
True. No, see, and right there, Venkman would be almost like the voice of reason, because Egon would have put that hole in his head.
Hey, and it would have worked too if he didn't stop him.
Fucking A. But no, man, and then we get the crazy end action scene in this, which you know what? It was fine with me, dude. We got some sparking. We got some sparks going on. It felt like a Universal ride or something like that, dude. Like the way it kind of looked.
But I've always wondered, like, did they ever manufacture a nail gun like that one? I feel like that was something that they just created just for the movie.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you about 1990s nail guns, dude, at all. I mean, was he using a compressor, or was it
no, because he had to cock it every time he was using it. I don't know what it was. It wasn't an air compressor.
Unless it's one of those ones where it actually used like compressed air in it, like a little CO2 canister or something. Maybe. Which I think like there was stuff like that. I don't know if it would. Although if there was no safety regulations, yeah, it could easily shoot out like a gun. I mean, obviously, like we've learned.
See, I thought there were safety regulations in place by then.
I feel like there would be, but I always think, when I watch this movie, I don't think 1990. I think for some reason later 80s. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's on that cusp, but.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's right there because it would have been filmed in the 80s because it came out in mid-90.
Right. And it's just like everybody's rocking them pastels and shit, dude. And, oh, man. But going back to the end scene, we get our fucking Spider-Man. So the first one he kills is the Queen, right?
Yes.
That's the one. I always fucked it up because you would think the Queen would be bigger. Like in everything else in the Animal Kingdom, the Queen's usually the bigger one. But no, this one, the General's the biggest motherfucker. Mm-hmm.
Well, the Queen was still a hybrid, is why.
Right.
Oh, it wouldn't have been a full-blooded, so it would have been, I'm guessing, his offspring. So he was like, the Queen was literally he was fucking his own daughter.
Well, that's how the Lions.
Because the first one was that tiny little house spider, and then
yeah, like where the hell did that thing go? Like that's just like,
Food, maybe. Who knows?
oh, you know what? They did say spiders eat each other and shit like that. So yeah, it's possible. But yes, Gene. 22 caliber nail guns were available. So that's it's
all right,
possible as that. Is there anything you want to say about this, man, before we hear from Brody?
No, I think we did a really good job of covering it. You know, just the two of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like I've heard myself talk enough, and I'm sure everybody else has too.
No,
so let's hear from Brody.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's DKB here back for another episode of Gore N More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about Arachnophobia. Honestly, I don't know why I do this to myself. I love the film every time I fucking watch it. A sense of tension and fear and paranoia flutters over me like Jeff Daniels' character in this film. That's right, I am basically him in fucking real life, especially when it comes to fucking huntsmans. That is obviously the type of spider that was used in this fucking film. So yeah, it feels a little bit close to home when I watch this film, especially in the third and final act when you see the house riddled with fucking huntsmans. I can't stand one, let alone fucking 300 of them running around the house, coming off the ceiling and jumping at people, because they are vicious little pricks. So, yeah. Fuck yeah, not good. So yeah, the overall tone of this film I really appreciate. Obviously, I think Spielberg was a producer on it, so you can definitely tell it's got that Spielbergian vibe about it. But also, I feel like I really resonate with some of these characters throughout this movie because having grown up in a small town like this, I can definitely see some of the people who I see down the street in this film. So I'm really invested with these characters full stop, especially with a Spielbergian film. I think the actors that were portraying these characters did a fucking fantastic job. I mean, it's a stellar cast. Everyone in this had a role to play, and they just played their role to the fucking best that they could, and they nailed it on the fucking head. So yeah, I'm really invested with the characters throughout the whole entire film. It definitely keeps me on the edge of the seat to the point where I know the risks are extremely high, especially in that third and final act when you do see that house riddled with fucking spiders, and only what takes one bite and you are gone, you are dead, fucking dead. So yeah, yeah, fuck this movie. It fucks me up every time. So I like how the cinematography was able to capture the aesthetic of the title itself, Arachnophobia, with that fear, tension and paranoia element about it. Yeah, I'll literally sit there and I'll just see like these layers of heightened paranoia flutter over me, and they just fucking... I just can't escape it. I'm just uncomfortable the whole fucking time, even though I know what's coming. I've seen it that many times. But every goddamn time I'll just sit there and I'll feel an itch on my leg and I'll just jump out of my seat and I'll be karate chopping fuck all. There's nothing there. And then I'm just like, oh, goddamn. So, yeah, my heart can't take this shit for much fucking longer. This film, yeah, fucking, it's great stuff. Yeah. So I've got to give a huge shout out to one of the cameos in this film, only due to the fact that he has a small time presence on screen, and that would be the exterminator played by Mr. John Goodman. I thought his comedic element and presence on the screen was a breath of fresh air for me personally, because I was just so fucking on edge the whole time.
Makes sense.
And just to see him bring that comedic element about it was just a fun thing to break up the film, you know. So he definitely feels like that really cool uncle that everyone else hates in your family, that you can just sit there at Christmas time and talk absolute shit.
He's definitely the uncle that gets
That's a pretty good way to put it.
And have a fucking fun time with, you know. So, yeah, I only wish we had got a little bit more of him and potentially a spin-off. That would have been fucking cool.
Bro.
Where he's fighting weird-ass giant bugs, or even have a cameo of X-Files where he potentially becomes one of the bugs that he's been chasing. That'd be pretty cool. Bit of body horror, Cronenberg-esque.
Damn, Brody's going in a whole different fucking left field on that one.
I don't feel comfortable talking about fucking huntsmans anymore. So, yeah, John Goodman, A-OK in this fucking film. Fantastic. So, a quick little story time to why I hate huntsmans. Well, huntsmans are big, creepy, gross-ass motherfucking spiders. They're pretty harmless, but either way, I don't fucking like them because I had a really fucked experience with one where one of my workmates thought it'd be a good idea to chuck one on my shoulder while I was carrying a sheet of glass over my fucking head. So I had to put the sheet of glass in, which I nearly dropped on my fucking head, cut my neck open, cut my fucking head off. which probably wouldn't have fucking cared in that moment because I had a goddamn giant spider sitting on my fucking shoulder. So I finally put that down, go to flick the spider. It's still latched to me. It goes to run at me. I eventually flick it again. And then, panic attack 101. And then I was shutting a roller door at work one day and I had a fucking old grey huntsman, yay big, fall on top of my head and then fall on the ground and run off. So, I'm not really invested with the fucking spiders. I couldn't care fucking less about them. And I don't recommend having one sat on your fucking shoulder or one land on your head. Not fun at all. So you can understand why I fucking hate arachnophobia, huntsmans. See, I'm slurring my fucking words. That's too much. I fucking hate them. There's probably about 20 in this fucking shed while I do this review. Fuck. So I absolutely love this film. Like, I highly praise it as one of the top creature features of all time, and because it really knows how to work me over. Like, not too many horror films really like make me feel uncomfortable or scare me, but every time I see this it just triggers something in my subconscious somewhere where it just brings everything to the table that a horror movie should for an audience. And for me personally, just really, like I said, works me over to the point where I'm just like, God damn. Just breathe. Take a second to fucking breathe. So, anywho, Gore N More score 4.4. And I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about it. And I'll catch you next week, gentlemen. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Thank you, Mr. Kane.
Thank you. Man, I always love Brody's stories. They're always fantastic.
Dude, he keeps it good, dude. 100%. And it is a creature feature for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's called Arachnophobia. Of course it is. It's about spiders.
Yeah. All right, so Brody starting us off with a 4.4. I think that's definitely a solid score for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
To ours in a little bit. Man, I felt like he hit everything extra we need to say, and I'm glad he feels even more strongly than like I do, man. Because like I don't hate spiders, but this movie still gives me like the fucking ugh.
Same.
You know what I mean, dude? Like it's just that natural instinct.
You know, it's a horror movie to us. It's a normal Tuesday to Australians.
But clearly Brody's still like, no, fuck it, dude. Like, burn it with fire.
Damn, I feel like I gotta sneeze.
Oh, fucking it. All righty, homie. Well, I know we've said some tidbits from your notes, but what else have we got behind the scenes?
Okay, so like I mentioned before, the safety of the spiders was paramount throughout the entire production. So for one scene where McClintock had to spray an arachnid with we already talked about this. It was the rubber boot. It was a hollowed out boot that was made of foam rubber, and when the scene where he steps on it, the spider was completely safe. There was a hole cut in the bottom and it just crawled right up inside. Perfectly.
Probably the same thing with that book too, I'd imagine, right?
Yes.
When they dropped the book on it. Yeah.
Yes. So there was no harm to any spiders whatsoever. And like we said, any that died of natural causes. The animatronic general spider seen at the film's climax was one of the earliest prop jobs done by Jamie Hyneman, star and co-producer of Mythbusters.
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they did a good job. That thing looked like it does well. You know what I mean? I think it's also because they don't have any like super direct shots on it. It's always like scurrying
and one of the coolest effects that they used, and I thought was where it was a close up of just the spider's eyes.
Yeah, and you can see like Jeff Daniels' reflection in the eyes.
Yeah, you see that, and you're like, "Ooh, is that what it looks like close up?"
Yeah, you're like, no, I don't need to be that close. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so though Jeff Daniels claimed he was fine with small spiders, he acknowledged that anyone in his right mind would have issues with spiders as huge as Big Bob. However, John Goodman wasn't fazed. He said, and I quote, "I don't have any problem. We see each other eye to eye. Well, 2 eyes to their 16, but we get along swell."
Oh, man. Fucking Goodman. Did it actually, like, the spider actually have a problem with Daniels?
Not that I know of.
Oh, I thought I read or listened to that somewhere where it was like, they actually said, like, for some reason the spider was cool with everybody except for Jeff Daniels for some reason.
I don't know. I don't have that in my notes, but that's a good possibility.
Which would be awesome because that means the spider was method acting.
Yes. Okay.
Staying in character.
The small spiders in the film they call them Avondale spiders in New Zealand. And of course, they're huntsman spiders in Australia. A harmless species that were provided by Landcare Research in Auckland. Despite their fierce appearance, the spider is a docile member of the crab spider family and is in fact harmless to humans. They
That's
were
why
not.
He looks like a crab. That's why he dances like a crab.
They
Makes
were not
sense.
allowed back in New Zealand for quarantine reasons.
Really?
Yes. And the giant spider used in the film is a species of bird-eating tarantula, which contain a leg span of 8 inches or more. Those type of tarantulas are not easy to handle and can give a nasty bite. The spiders in the film were managed and handled by famed entomologist Stephen R. Kutcher. I don't believe he's related to Ashton Kutcher, before you ask.
All I know is, man, anytime any of these spiders like got near me, oh, you haven't seen Home Alone? God damn it!
I've seen the first one.
Oh, have you? Oh, I'd be screaming like Marv, fucking all, just fucking super high. No way, dude. Blech.
So, the sound of a spider being crushed by John Goodman was made by the Foley artist crushing a couple of potato chips.
I wonder if they were the Ruffles that the coroner was eating earlier.
That could be.
I love when they had. I know it's like a stereotype or whatever, or archetype or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I love when there's a coroner just always eating food.
That is such a common thing. They even got it in this one.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't even mention it, but this motherfucker is always eating in this film, dude. And
he's a big guy.
And
like
he's
I
married to Mimi.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't believe I saw that. I noticed that today because I think the last time I saw it was still before Drew Carey show came along.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Drew Carey's like 95. Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, it's Mimi.
And you know what? She doesn't look bad like this. You know what I mean? Like, she's not all like,
she doesn't have the clown makeup.
out. Right. She's not all bow-backed out, dude, for sure. And she's just not like a goddamn cunt. But, no, man, they seem like a cool couple. Like, dude, I would go in and watch fucking Wheel of Fortune with them. Like, fuck yeah, dude. You know?
But that was another cool scene. We're like, I can't get through the mortician. Oh, that's the wheel. He's watching Wheel of Fortune. Takes his
right,
phone.
like they know that. Shit. But that's that small town mentality, man. They know. It's awesome, dude.
So the live spiders were housed separately in a temperature-controlled area. Since spiders cannot be trained, an entomologist devised other means to guide the spiders, such as vibrating wires, which they wouldn't cross over, and lemon pledge furniture wax, which the spiders refused to walk on. The spider wranglers worked with the actors on how to train the spiders so as not to mishandle or mistreat them, and they also used hair dryers to wrangle them to go into certain areas because they don't like the warm air.
Yeah, because like when I heard that, I'm like, are they using it like a leaf blower where they're just blowing the fucking spider? Like,
it was just normal hair dryers. I remember watching the behind the scenes a long time ago.
They were just like, oh no, heat.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're fat men at heart. I feel you, spiders.
Let's see. So going back and talk about Big Bob himself. So the filmmakers found their star in a bird-eating tarantula native to the Amazon. There's only one such spider in the U.S. Frank Marshall named the spider Big Bob after director Robert Zemeckis, and the production team painted purple stripes on the back of Big Bob and added a prosthetic abdomen to give him greater bulk.
Oh, so he had a fake ass.
He had a fake ghetto booty.
Hey man, it worked.
Yeah.
It looked
like
awesome.
I didn't even realize until I was doing this research that was part of a false body for him.
Right. But that's cool though, man, that you could just add that little bit of a prosthetic just to help him out, to like give it that much more of a girthy size.
And I'm sure it was a confidence booster for the spider too. He probably felt better about himself. It's like, yeah,
he was shaking his thing. He's like, bitch, I'm Kim Kardashian. What's up?
This was the first film released under Disney's Hollywood Pictures label, which was also created so the studio could release more adult-oriented fare.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what else has been released under that label. I wonder.
Honestly, I want to say Pretty Woman was one of them.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain Pretty Woman was Hollywood Pictures.
I feel like you're right. I'll have to look this up. I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Okay. When dead spiders were needed, the filmmakers used bodies of arachnids that have died of natural causes. During an interview with GQ, John Goodman let slip that while filming a long shot of his character driving the exterminator truck, producer Steven Spielberg sat in the passenger side footwell out of view of the camera and quipped to Goodman, "Only we will know that I was here." He hid himself into a scene just because he's Steven Spielberg.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
That you know what that makes me think of is all those fucking stories you hear about Bill Murray doing goofy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like he walked up to somebody supposedly in a Wendy's, just grabbed a handful of his fries, shoved them in his mouth, looked at the guy and said, "No one will ever believe you."
I mean, dude, if you have that kind of like known prowess, because you know what I mean, like, yeah, I would do fucking shit like that all the time.
But
like, not be like a complete dick. Like, I'm not gonna go up and like stick my dick in somebody's drink, and you know what I mean. Like,
but I do know for a fact that the Bill Murray story about him walking into a frat house party and doing the dishes, that's actually true.
Yeah,
they actually have pictures of
them.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just Bill
like,
Murray.
Yeah, like that's just something so like just random and cool, dude. Like, imagine just eating some shrooms. You're like, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do because I'm.
Dude, I would love to be that famous to the point where people could just make up any kind of story they want about you, and people are like, "Yeah, I believe it."
Yo, I can't lie, dude. Like, I am looking at the list of Hollywood picture films, and there's a lot of good ones on here that I personally really enjoy.
Was Pretty Woman on there though?
I didn't look that one up specifically, but I can. There's a lot of fucking movies, dude. God damn. I mean, the Mario movie is on there, so that's awesome. Judge Dredd, fucking Son-in-Law.
Oh, now that's a classic.
Deep Rising, which is we just mentioned the other day. Rest in peace, Treat Williams.
Right.
The Rock, Sean Connery. Sixth Sense, Tombstone, fantastic.
Ooh, one of the best westerns. Okay, continuing on. When Jeff Daniels came on board to play Dr. Ross Jennings, the film was a serious horror movie, one that Daniels told Philadelphia's Daily News was pretty formulaic. You could tell that the lines were kind of written by a computer, he said. He and Frank Marshall were hoping for a more ironic tone, so the script went through several revisions, and the filmmakers studied Alfred Hitchcock films and Jaws to get the tone right. One key change made was Daniels' character was given a fear of spiders.
Which, you know, that's not really like leaps and bounds out of like reality.
Right. A lot. I think that's probably the most common fear. Spiders and heights.
Yeah. And it's honestly, I always hate when people are like, "Oh, it's not heights, it's falling." I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't fall if I wasn't at that height. It's heights. Like, it's that fucking, like.
I used to be terrified of heights and spiders, and I got over them both eventually.
I can't do, like, I've tried doing like scissor lifts and shit at work, man, and I just can't do it. I like get up there and I just lock the fuck up. I'm like, nope.
See, that's how I got over my fear of heights, is because I had to spend a whole summer. This last place, when I worked at the place for like 15 years, one of the jobs they had me do because they needed a maintenance guy was paint the outside of the building, and I had to be in a scissor lift the entire time, getting all the way up there and painting, and got over it pretty quick having to do that.
I feel like the man lift I would like better because the cage is higher up, but our scissor lifts, dude, like where the bar is literally below my balls, so I'm like, I don't feel safe. Like, it's not holding me up there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're a
like,
pretty tall fucker. The bar on me was like
true.
Right up to here.
True. But I'm just like, yo, man, I'm like, my dick could fall off this thing. It's not like I'm top heavy for sure. I'm definitely gonna be woo.
Okay, back on track. So Canaima is the name of the avenging spirit of the Guyana Indians. It's also the name of the area in Venezuela where the beginning of the movie was filmed, and home to the world's tallest waterfall, Angel Falls.
But not a place in California.
Not a place in California.
All right. Well, that answers my original question.
Awesome. Okay, we already talked about just spraying water on the spiders. One of Steven Spielberg's conditions for agreeing to executive produce the film was that the role of Delbert the Exterminator be played by John Goodman. Spielberg directed Goodman in Always, released 7 months before this movie. Frank Marshall, who directed this film, was also a producer on Always and also worked with Goodman on that film, and immediately approved his casting as Delbert.
Hell yeah. I mean, Candy would have been great too. I feel like Goodman just has they're both big boys, you know what I mean? But like, I don't think I've ever seen Candy be scary. And we know Goodman can play scary. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you're right. I don't remember Candy being scary.
I'm 6'2", Brody. Like Candy's always been the good guy. Or kind of like, you know, he could be a little douchey and stuff, but it's never like a douche to be a douche,
right?
Like that. Whereas, like, yo, man, Goodman, you think of Goodman in like some roles he's been in, and there's Cloverfield Lane, fantastic. Like,
I still haven't seen that though.
Oh, dude, he is scary as fuck in that movie. Like, he's just got this fat man breathing that just like freaks you out the whole fucking time during the movie. Like, I know it's funny when I say it like that because that's what it is, but it's like, oh, okay. All right, bro. Or Gene, you got me there. He did get a little scary in the Uncle Buck scene, but that's because I don't see that as scary. He was being a good uncle.
He was being protective uncle. That's what I was
right.
gonna
So
say. Yep.
He had to be scary to Bug, which fuck Bug. He was
a douche anyway.
Yeah, he was a predatory asshole. Anyways, what else we got, Chad Daddy?
Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we already touched on, like the foam rubber boot in the book. When scientists collect insect specimens in giant funnels, the insects are a mixture of fake and dried insects that were already dead.
Kind of figured that one for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of a given. Okay, so here's a weird one. There was an urban legend that singer Brandy Norwood had a small role in the film that was later debunked. The Brandy, credited as playing Brandy Beechwood, is the Beechwood family dog, a golden retriever. Brandy herself never appeared in the film.
What?
That's a weird one to...
That's a weird thing to... Yo, we never even mentioned the fucking end credit song. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? That shit was, you got a whole movie about killing spiders or killer spiders and then killing spiders. Then you got a song about like, hey, don't squish me.
Yeah, basically.
Fuck are you, Jimmy Buffett? God damn it.
Okay, shit. So while there really are spiders, species of spiders that live in colonies, none of these are male-dominated, nor do they have a singular queen like ants or bees. The reason common in arachnids and other creatures that use an exoskeleton are not the size of houses is that they would collapse under their own weight. The scene at the beginning where the scientists use a numbing agent to collect specimens would have resulted in quite a few spider bodies that were missing legs. Dropping a tarantula at a distance of more than 2 feet causes it to shatter. These spiders fell from a tree easily 100 feet tall. In reality, none would have survived. Also, insects and other bugs breathe through their skin. Only in the distant past was there sufficient oxygen for giant insects to exist. The general is only about the size of a Goliath bird eater, one of the largest known tarantula species, only beat by the huntsman in leg span. So the huntsman is technically a bigger spider. But that's including legs. Like the if you're talking about the body size, the bird eater is a bigger spider.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a hand. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they shatter.
Well, if they have an exoskeleton, but yeah, you don't think
that's true.
But I'm guessing it's just because combined with their weight.
Force and yeah, absolutely. That's insane. Things you'll learn.
Steven Spielberg had planned for the film to be preceded by the second Roger Rabbit animated short, Roller Coaster Rabbit. However, Michael Eisner had planned for Roller Coaster Rabbit to premiere with Dick Tracy. Reportedly, Steven Spielberg was not happy about this, and it would be years before the third and final Roger Rabbit short would be produced because of that.
Interesting. So the boys are talking about, we didn't bring up the end scene with the earthquakes, which that end scene, dude, had to be like an extra reshoot or something. Like, I don't feel like that was the actual, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something like a cheap set little piece.
Kind of.
Big ass background. The kids aren't even there.
Okay, you want to, so that just puts me in mind of another movie I felt that same way about the ending was Men in Black 2.
I don't remember that ending.
Okay, so after you've seen Men in Black 2, right?
Yeah, but it's been a long
Okay, so
time.
like at the end, it shows...
It's with the princess, right?
Yeah, and at the end it shows the Statue of Liberty has a flashy thingy, and they flash everyone in New York, and then they forget.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to the scene with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones and Zed just sitting there talking. And the whole time, to me, that just felt like a whole tacked on scene that wasn't originally there. Like they went back and reshot that. I don't know why. Just go back and watch it and tell me I'm wrong. It doesn't feel like it was part of the organic film itself.
The second one was so just
meh.
It really was, man. And you know what? You want to blame Johnny Knoxville, but it's not even Johnny Knoxville's fault, dude, because he was actually pretty funny in that. It just, something about it it didn't have the heart like the first one did.
It didn't. It was missing something.
Because like that first one, man, I will gladly watch that first one any day.
Oh, God.
That's just a fucking fun, awesome movie. But
I think just the second one just kind of soured me on it, and I didn't see the third one or the...
I didn't mind the third one.
Really?
I know the third one got a lot of hate, but what's his name that played young Tommy Lee Jones? Fucking Thanos.
Josh Brolin, yeah.
Fantastic, dude. Like, that's literally the reason to watch the movie is for Brolin. Like, I thought he'd played an awesome fucking young Tommy Lee Jones. The fucking look and everything, just, yeah. I'm not saying the movie was great by any means. Like, there's definitely some stupid CGI.
No, I'm just chuckling that we now have a Men in Black sidebar going.
Oh, Men in Black. Anyways, how come we don't get that anymore, dude? We don't get fucking songs about the movie in movies anymore.
Half of them by Will Smith.
Well, in that period of time, yeah. In the late 90s.
There's Wild Wild West.
Wild West. Fucking right, dude, right?
Okay, back to Arachnophobia. So Sheriff Parsons leaves the Jennings barn to drive back to the mortuary. Okay, so I got it backwards. And okay. Not seen again. Stuart Pankin stated in an interview that his character was killed by a spider while driving and crashed his cruiser. The scene was filmed but did not make it into the final cut of the film.
I honestly don't know if that would have. I don't know if that would have done anything else. Honestly, like,
it didn't add anything, so that's probably why it was cut.
Like, it's not like it's funny anymore. Like, the doctor's death was kind of like necessary. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole plot device. But like this guy, like the blonde dude, yeah, he gets his comeuppance because, you know what I mean? He kind of like started this whole fucking mess a little bit. And
yeah.
So, yeah, exactly, Gene. That we got it in the middle of the movie, dude.
Fucking right. Go Ninja, go.
Oh, man.
Ninja Turtles 2. That's who I went to see it with, was Gene.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Opening night, and his last minute, his mom finally gave in to take us. So we got there. Like, dude, it sucked. It sucked seeing in theater because there were so many, like, little kids just talking and screaming throughout the whole fucking thing.
That would have been me, bro.
It was hard to hear the movie.
That would have been me, dude. That was like, what, 91?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My ass would have been 6, dude. I would have been all up in that shit. Honestly, TMN2 is still my favorite, and that just might be the little kid inside me that likes it more, but...
I like the first one more, dude.
No. I love and appreciate the first one, especially for like especially as an adult, because it's a lot darker now and shit like that, right?
I was kind of the same way when I was younger. It's like, the first one's good, but the second one's better. But watching it as an adult, like, the second one's good, but the first one's definitely leagues ahead of it.
Oh, for sure. But for some reason, the second one is so much more quotable to me.
But I think we can both agree that the third one was dog shit.
Third one was garbage, dude. And I own it.
Same. But I can't watch it.
I will watch it every, like, almost maybe once a decade. Maybe not that much. Maybe like once every 5 years.
Me and my friend Doug went to see the third one. Like, we just randomly pick a movie to go to just to hang out. And we sat there and we spent most of the night just shooting spit wads instead of watching the movie.
You know, that movie, I don't know. That movie was, they fucked it all up right from the costume design, right from the get-go, by trying to make it look more like frogs. And I was like, no, they're not frogs.
That was too cartoony.
Yep.
They're trying to make it look too much like the cartoon.
Yep. Ruined it completely.
Okay. Again, back on track.
TMNT's Spidebar. What up?
Now that would be a good idea for a show.
Oh my God.
A lot of turtle stuff that we could cover.
There's so much turtle shit, dude. Just with cartoons alone and comics and everything. Oh my fuck.
God, there's been like, what, 5 or 6 different cartoon series?
Easily. I mean, even the OG in the 80s was rebooted like twice in the 90s, so it's like technically that's 2 different series there. Anyways,
okay,
what the hell did Brody say here? It's the Wild West in Hollywood when Will slaps his wife's name out your mouth.
In the movie, Big Bob arrives in California and promptly mates with a house spider, creating super deadly offspring. To find the right arachnids for the job, Frank Marshall and his team evaluated a number of species, including wolf spiders, tarantulas, and huntsman spiders, by putting them through a Spider Olympics, running each species through 10 tests, including speed, the faster the spider is, the scarier it is, climbing ability, and reaction to heat and cold. The gold medalist, according to Frank Marshall, was the 3-inch wide huntsman spider they used. Marshall joked that we got them all little passports, which is sort of true. The production team did have to jump through hoops to bring 300 of the spiders to the U.S. for filming, and that was just the initial shipment. Supplies were replenished every 2 weeks.
With 300 spiders, or ultimately was 300 spiders total?
It says They had jumped through to bring 300 spiders for the U.S., and that was just the initial shipment. So I would say they had.
Initial ship. Fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
that's a lot of spiders.
Here's your shipment of 300 Huntsman spiders. No thanks. I want to return this. This is a bad gift.
Okay, so lastly, I'll bring this up. So the shower scene where the spider jumps on Becky Beechwood's face was a happy accident. The spider was following the lemon pledge pathway and was supposed to jump onto her neck when the blow dryers were turned on full force. However, the spider landed directly on her face. Actress Corey Wellens, who had her eyes closed and was relishing her hot shower, realized what had happened and thought, "Oh God, this is perfect," and just continued on until the spider crawled down onto her neck and upper chest before she opened her eyes and screamed. So, yeah, she just went along with what it wasn't supposed to happen.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So something hit her in the face, and she was just like, you know what? We're going to keep going with it. Solid. Oh, man.
So, yeah, that's what I got.
Fucking A, dude. Power Rangers TMNT. I do remember that episode. The comics are way cooler.
Oh, yeah, because that...
was
oh, my God, I completely forgot about that fucking TMNT show. The Next Mutation.
Oh, yeah, dude. It's so bad. I mean, it's cool because like they brought in her sister and stuff, which obviously she became a character in the comics and shit now. And now they got that other female turtle. What the hell's her name? Well, not in the last Ronin one, or not in the last Ronin one.
Yeah, I haven't.
She wears yellow. I know that.
I haven't read the comics in a couple years. I was keeping up with the newer version.
No, I wanted to. Like I was only catching snippets here and there, man, just because it seemed cool as shit. But like she was actually human and she got turned into a turtle, I think it was, like through blood transfusion or some bullshit.
Yeah, I do love the iteration that's in the comics right now where they literally are Splinter's sons. They're all just reincarnated into different bodies.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
But all right, enough about turtles. Back to spiders. We are going to questions. What format did we watch this on, home?
Prime.
All right. I have the shit on fucking DVD, an old DVD.
Did you went physical?
Mm-hmm. I actually own this movie. Like I said, it's one of those ones I like to watch every couple years just because it's like Tremors to me, dude. It's just one of those good, like I don't need to be like, I don't have to watch anything fluffy after this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, all right, man, I can watch this in the daytime with my kids running around and I ain't going to be worried about it.
Got it.
All right. Douche of the film.
That's the doctor.
Not Dr.
The old
Jennings,
doctor. No, the old
doctor for sure.
And runner up to the sheriff for being a little bootlicker and doing everything that he said. And it kind of like had a smarmy kind of smile too whenever he did it.
Right, because he always had his eyes squinted and just it's that first scene when he get like the doctor tells Jennings off and gets into his car.
And
he's just sitting there behind him doing that. It's like, fuck off, Lloyd. All right, favorite kill. Well, they're all kind of the same kills. They're all spider bites. I guess. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the doctor. I feel like it's the most satisfying to see him get bit.
It is the most satisfying.
Yeah, see Gene's right there too.
I want to say actually the mortician, because you don't see the death when it crawls out of his fucking nose.
Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah,
just two. Yeah, that was a sad death because they were good people.
And that just crawling out of his nose is really unnerving.
The football death was good too, Gene, for sure, because obviously like that kid took the heat. He gets hit, so everybody else is just assuming that's what it knocked him out. Blah blah blah. Plus, you got Jennings there, who was literally the last guy who checked him out. The fact that we get a whole fucking rolling montage or a pan shot of Daniel's taint.
Yeah, we did not need the whole hernia checking scene.
Are you sure? They probably could at least cut it out, the whole like going down the line. They could have just had the thing been like, all right, boys, drop him. Then just that first shot, and then that's it.
I did love the slight pause came to the one black dude in the team.
Yeah, right.
He just stands there, is like.
But you know what? I think it's obviously to show the humility that he's got to go through as the runner-up doctor for how he got fucked and all that shit. So I mean, it works. It's a weird scene because I had to explain to my daughter what the fuck was happening because she's like, "Daddy, what's going on?" I'm like, "Well, when dudes do sports, they got to get checked out for hernias." She's like, why? I'm like, because you can't play sport with her in here, or else you get really hurt. I'm like, you'll learn about this as you do sports a little bit longer. You'll have physicals too. But all right, best scene. Best scene.
I got to go with the scene of the spiders crawling out of the woodwork at the end.
Oh man, that was definitely fucking like the most. So gross.
And the most specific scene out of that though was where Jeff Daniels is trying to crawl out the window, and they're just slowly dropping on their webs. Ugh.
Oh yeah, like where it's like they're all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're just like, ew, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Favorite scene. Honestly, I think one of my favorite scenes is when they're first looking in the doctor's house for the first potential spider.
All right.
I like it because it felt like it was really set up well for the tenseness of the scene. Like, first of all, if I'm looking for a spider that I know is killing people, I'm not using my finger to look in fucking coffee cups and shit like that. I mean, it's Lloyd; he's an idiot.
Yeah, he was an idiot.
So fuck him. But like, yeah, man, I would have found like a poker or a feather duster. Like, all these guys are just going around with their hands moving. I'm like, nah, man, I'd be like
yeah, because you know that one bite's gonna get you, so you don't
and that
you don't want to try and get too close to. You don't want to give them that opportunity.
And you gotta, you think it's gonna jump, so it's like But yeah, no, I like that one. Just very tense. You get this, and that's when you get the dead one in the cereal, and you're just like, gross.
It makes you never want to reach into a cereal box ever again.
Fucking ever, no. Or at least pull the bag out, look through the bag, All right. Worst moment or scene.
I would say, believe it or not, like the opening, just because the photographer was kind of a douche. I don't. It's something.
Was he?
Kinda, yeah.
I just took it as because he's sick, so he's just like
that could be.
He's like, I got a fever and I'm in the fucking Amazon right now. Like, what the fuck, dude? I know I would be miserable as fuck, dude, if I had a fever and I'm already in an area where I'm sweaty.
Right, but it's hard to. I can't really pick a bad scene or a bad moment in this.
I mean, I guess we could go with the whole like, we don't need Daniels going down the lines checking tanks.
Okay, I'll go.
We don't need that.
I'll go with that.
You could have set it up. Let's see, like the reveal with the dead corpse. Oh, are they talking about best scene? Yeah, I mean that was good. And that's where we get the little like, that's where you get the moment. Not for me, but at least my daughter and my wife. My daughter was very concerned for the cat in the scene. Where she's like, "Is it gonna get the cat?" And I'm like, "No, the cat just got the ham sandwich and ran away. It's good."
No, but it did get a cat because there was a cat in the web in the barn.
Yes. The general got a cat for sure.
Which is funny. Of the animals, it showed 3 different animals caught in the web. There was a rat,
a rat,
a cat, and a bat. They all fucking run.
I don't know why. Yeah, that bat looked so like 99-cent store bat too. Like just throw that in some cobwebs. All right, but yeah, worst moment probably just touching taints. We didn't need the extended of that.
Since you brought that up, I will definitely agree with that.
All right. Did the opening scene hook you in? Honestly, yes. Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah.
It felt like a little bit different of a movie for sure. Changes tone. But like Brody said, I feel like you need the small town. You know what I mean? You don't need, this is not an Anaconda fucking style of movie. This is the small town. This is Slither. This is any of that shit. You know what I mean? The Blob, whatever it is, just change the creature. It's something.
Pretty much.
Area. Yeah.
Pretty much. But I guess it is kind of essential to the story to show where the spider came from.
Right. You need it for sure.
Yeah. You can't just say he died and a spider came with him.
Yeah. Like, no, like I felt like they set up the story for the spider to get there perfectly. It's just like, maybe it didn't even need a couple extra of the shots of it going over, you know what I mean? Like the super wide shots of them going over the Amazon, but those look so fucking cool. So you know what I mean? Like, why not? All right. Most attractive character. Bro, I'm going to go with Margaret. She's hot.
I'm going to give it to Jeff Daniels' wife. She was really cute, too.
She was also very cute.
Yeah.
We can't say new teenage daughter. That just feels weird.
Yeah, because that might just be crossing a line that we don't want to get into.
And you know what? Maybe I'll just say Happy Gilmore's grandma, because I'll throw her in there too, because you know what? She's kind of cute too.
Gene said grandma.
Yeah, see, Gene? No, bro. No.
Happy's
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, dude, like, Margaret was just like that. That little.
I get that.
Especially because, like, dude, imagine like her and like take her, but like put it in today's times where everybody looks 20 years younger than they actually are. You know what I mean? Like everybody looked old as fuck in the 80s for some reason. So the Golden Girls, who were 55, you think were fucking 80. So that's why I'm saying, dude, Margaret was only like 55 in this fucking
Dude,
movie,
John
man.
Goodman always seemed old to me in Roseanne. And he was
always,
like 30,
bro.
right?
Yeah. Like he's younger. He was younger than me starting out Roseanne than I am now.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I still feel like he was like always 45, like right across the fucking line. Oh,
it just makes me think of that meme. It says, no matter how old I get, I'll never be as old as that little boy's mom in Jaws.
Oh my God.
She looked like 60.
Oh my God. That is a thing. Yes, you are 100% right on that. Oh my God. Okay. Did the score set the mood? Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, it did a very good job.
Because we had some very tense moments and it made it feel like that. But then you get the score change completely 180 anytime John Goodman shows up. So you get that sweet Delbert fucking theme music. Which like that and like Rose said, I feel like that is good interjections into the movie because man, like if you had it could be almost too much. You're like, oh my God, dude, I'm fucking like
it'd be a little too over 2 tons. You know, you break it up with a little bit of comedy.
Yeah. So like the fact that you get that music before you even seen him, you already have a smile on your face because like once you establish that movie or that music is for him specifically, you know what I mean? And then you get the second scene, you're like, oh shit, it's more John Goodman. Yeah. So absolutely, score set the mood. Best song, I guess we'll go with fucking what's his ass? Fucking don't squish me.
Well, that was like the only song. Really.
I was gonna say I don't really know any other fucking songs that were in the movie, so. Jimmy Buffett. All right. So what do we got? Favorite character? Delbert.
Yeah, it's got to be Delbert.
Delbert with what do I want to say? Follow up with the mortician.
I was going to say that if you didn't say that.
If it's not Delbert, it's the mortician
because he's the stereotypical wisecracking mortician eating a sandwich or whatever.
And I love it, dude. Like they're all checking the dead bodies they just exhumed. He just comes in eating a fucking Ruffles bag, which is total ad placement, which I love. But I was just like, ooh, Ruffles. Like,
ooh, Ruffles. Ruffles have ridges.
I don't know what it is, man. Good old Ruffles, I feel, were better than Ruffles nowadays. I don't know what it is. They changed something with the flavoring of it. But
I swear they do that with everything anymore.
Fucking right. And
nothing just tastes like
they think us autistics can't tell. Fucking A. All right. So was it scary? Honestly,
if you're afraid of spiders,
as a kid, it did scare me. And I definitely know my daughter, like she didn't have any nightmares or anything last night, but she was definitely like swatting at nothing. You know what I mean? So it definitely puts that like internal fear there. And I still got the heebie-jeebies watching it, but scary. Just you feel more dirty. You're just like, ew. Just fucking.
It's like they're crawling on you. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like when somebody starts talking about head lice, and you just start scratching your scalp.
100%. Okay. Does it hold up today?
Yeah. I think
I
understand,
dude. I honestly think it holds up very well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. Like, I would say the biggest thing that like dates it is probably just the clothing. Maybe tech too, but whatever.
Yeah.
I still like that it's like in the 90s, nobody has cell phones, so you know what I mean? Like it's just phone lines you're trying to reach. Okay, so did we enjoy the acting?
Oh, the acting was great.
Solid.
Everyone did a phenomenal job acting. Even Julian Sands, who
was barely in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did it. He did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
So did we like the cinematography?
Yes, especially the shots of Venezuela.
That, like Chad Daddy already mentioned, I love these spider eye shots that we got towards the ending. Those are fucking cool. Especially when you get to see, I think it's like the second or third time they show it, you actually get to see Daniels in the reflection of the spider. And you're like,
yeah.
That was nice. Did we like the premise? Fuck yeah, dude.
Killer spiders. Who hate that?
It's a creature feature. Who doesn't like the idea of a creature feature?
It's a popcorn movie. This is a true popcorn movie.
100%. It was great too, because if I wasn't full of popcorn from The Flash, because I literally came home to watch this, I would have, went right there. All right. And was the climax satisfying? Yeah, man. We got a whole fucking fighter fight in the basement.
A what?
Spider fight. What did I say?
A fighter's
Fighter
fight.
spite? Jesus Christ, dude. I am like
Wow,
terrible
stroking up there,
tonight.
buddy.
Terribly, dude. This is like the third time I did that shit tonight. But no, like once again, it looked like a Universal stage show, which is it's fun to me. So
I can see why with the
It's
the electric
yeah, that
sparking
sparking panel
Yep.
and some fire and just the way some shit goes off. That's Twister the ride, baby. That's 100%. All right, recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Well, it's irrelevant what we think because it's being remade right now. But I would say rewind instead of.
I'm just gonna rewind it.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're remaking this shit, dude. I mean, I can. I'm just very. I hope they don't try to go just straight horror movie with it. I hope they leave it a family friendly style horror movie still.
Right. I would have to agree with that. I don't. There's enough killer spider movies out there that are straight up horror. Leave this one comedy.
We don't have enough comedy spider movies, dude. Like
No,
this and Eight Legged Freaks is about it.
That's
that I
about
can
it.
personally think of that are also really good. I'm sure there's some other ones, but like there's those sci-fi ones. I don't count those pieces of shit. You know what I mean?
They're like shark movies. Sci-fi just keeps churning them out. Like Lava Lantula.
Lava Antula.
I don't know why that just popped into my head, but
That's the one. Wait, that's the one though with the Police Academy guys all in it, isn't it?
I have no idea.
There's one of
I have
those I
never
still
seen
need
it.
to watch, but it's got like half of the cast from fucking Police Academy in it for some fucking reason. I was like, man, I'll watch it just for that. Whatever.
I'd rather watch Police Academy.
That's fair. What's your favorite Police Academy?
2.
I gotta go 3. I
Really?
don't know. Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's because Bobcat came in that one, and that was just always the first one I saw.
Well, he was in the second one. He was the villain.
Yeah, but I know, right? But I mean, like he came in to be a cop in that one, so
that's a good one.
But all right, he was a bad guy. I always forget he was a bad guy in the second one. All right, so Brody started us off with a 4.4, and you know what? We actually have the other boys' scores here.
Yes, Scoobs
So
gave it a 4.2, and Bobby gave it a 4.5.
So yeah, Scoob gave it a 4.2 because fuck spiders. That's literally what he said. And Bob gave it a 4.5. Chad Daddy, what you got, homie?
I'm gonna agree with Scoobs. I'll give it a 4.2.
4.2.
It's a solid movie.
And I'm gonna agree with Brody. I think a 4.4 for me.
All right.
So that will equal us 4.34. So 4.3.
Not
Brody
bad.
says he thinks an Australian is directing it. Could see. Let me just pop that bitch up here. Could see some Huntsman comes back. Might end up being a doco done. Jesus Christ.
It could be a documentary down there. Very true.
So Rich
Like I said,
gives it a 4. All right.
right.
And Gene, I think Gene gave it a 4.5. I thought.
I think.
He put it way up there. I don't know where the hell it is.
Yeah, it's way down the bottom there.
Woo! All right, I'm gonna keep scrolling. All right. Yeah. So 4.3 for that. What do we got next week, Chad Daddy?
Ooh, next week's a real banger. It's one of my picks. So next week, we are reviewing the 2003 remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, shit.
I'm excited.
And if
Gene gave it a 49. Wow.
4.9?
I don't know. It says 49. I'm guessing 4.9.
49 out of 5. Love it. Okay, so the reboot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you can pretty much rent that everywhere. I know I got the physical somewhere. So.
That's what I've got the DVD down in the basement. I'll probably pull that out.
Fuck yeah, dude. I know that is a movie that has some discourse among the community for Texas Chainsaw wise. Some people love it, some people hate it in comparison to the original. I personally love it. Can't wait to fucking review what you guys do.
Same. I absolutely love this. So I'm really excited to talk about it.
Fucking A. Awesome. All right. So nerd news.
So do we want to jump into our review of The Flash, or do you want to talk Mortal Kombat first?
I don't give a shit, dude. We can do Flash real quick if you want. I don't know how many spoilers we really want to go to.
I don't want to give out spoilers if we can
That's
avoid
fair.
it.
I don't want to
because
either.
It just came out. But yeah, and so like I said, it was a really fun movie. I really enjoyed it. I love how he realized how badly he fucked up the timeline by finding out that in that universe, Eric Stoltz was Marty McFly in Back to the Future, which of course he was the original Marty McFly.
Yes,
that,
he was.
They filmed like for 2 weeks and they replaced him with Michael J. Fox. So I really love that they kind of gave it a little nod to Eric Stoltz. And it was a very funny bit too, where they talked about that.
That scene was good. I also feel like it's also one of those scenes where it may have went a little too long for what it needed to be. But
the joke was stretched a little bit too far at times, like the dude having the fucking tattoo of Stoltz, but that was upside down.
I laughed at that though. Like when he fucking did the leg fucking flick, I was just like, what? But no, it was a solid movie, man. I know a lot of people are complaining about the CGI being wonky.
I didn't really notice it that much.
I don't personally think it's that bad. Chad Daddy, you and I both agree, like in the beginning scene, the opening scene, there is some stuff that looks a little shinier than it probably shouldn't be and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know, man, because it's one of those things where I feel like this movie in itself, it doesn't feel like any of the other DC movies per se, but it also almost has kind of its own artistic direction with it. And I feel like the CGI follows that narrative, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, it doesn't look like Marvel CGI or any of the other CGI that's been in DC, but if we're, like the director said, and it might be a cop out too, I don't fucking know. If you're thinking about how fast the Flash is moving and everything's gonna look weird and distorted, and you know.
Okay, have you seen the one, and it's been like a meme or something, where they're ripping on the CGI in the Marvel movies because they use a scene from Thor: Love and Thunder, where it's like, okay, so they say, you know, how bad it is, and they show this picture, and it's I don't know if you remember, it's a Heimdall's son, where it's like his face floating in midair. And like they straight up did the exact same thing in Flash.
They really did. Twice. Floating faces in space. Gene, the Batman were great in it, dude. I love seeing Batfleck again.
I wish we could have seen more, and I really loved his suit in this. But
he's just such a good Batman.
He was, and I did not pick up on this until I've seen other people mention it. He is not listed in the credits.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, he's really just done. Wow. I mean, let's be fair. The main Batman in this movie is
Keaton. Yeah.
Spoilers. I
don't think that's any of the. He's been seen. Yeah, he's been seen in the trailers.
There were complete fanboy moments with Batman, which I completely expected. I was also completely fine with, because I am a fanboy of it. So I'm not going to lie. When you see the old Batman, when you see the old '89 Batmobile, you get a little bit of half a chub.
I love not just the reveal of that, but the younger Flash freaking out over it.
Well, yeah, because he's
fanboying it.
He's all of us fanboying
exactly.
in that situation. That's all it is.
And then he takes a nap in it.
I would too, dude. Who would not want to sleep? Who wouldn't want to sleep in the Batmobile? But no, man, the Batplane is fucking awesome in
the
this
rotating
movie,
cockpit does.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to say that. I was just going to say the Batman. Like, dude, Batplane in '89 was awesome, especially for me being a kid, because I had that toy as a kid, dude, that had the little trigger at the bottom that you could actually grab shit with the little claw in the front. It's fucking. I would actually have balloons from the dollar store and be like,
nice,
play it all the time. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, man, it was a good time.
And
we got Zod back. Zod, that dude is fucking fantastic as Zod.
I thought he would have a bigger role than
I was hoping he would, but I understand. You know what I mean? Dude, we'd be at a 4-hour fucking movie at that point. You know what I mean? If they really wanted to do a full like that route. Supergirl was great.
Dude, the girl playing her was fantastic. I loved just the anger and the ferocity that she had as Supergirl.
Like, and her whole story, dude, was just like sad and insane.
And I would also like to mention she is not too hard on the eyes.
No, not at all. Neither is Flash's mom.
She had but she had this like hot younger Michelle Rodriguez look to her.
I thought the same thing. It was, you know what it was? It's the wet, like pissed off, like hair in front of the face. Like it was giving me like some Resident Evil vibes.
And like the tired looking eyes. I don't know. Yeah. They have like the same eyes.
But no, it was a solid movie. It's not a perfect movie.
No, but it's a fun
There's
movie.
definitely a scene, and I am not saying what it is, but when we get to closer to the climax of the film, there is some scenes that just come in that might make you some tears. It might give you some tears.
It did for
There's
me.
definitely one that made me just go like Pikachu style and shout for joy.
Oh, man, I wish we could talk about that scene.
And
If you know anything
nope.
about the movie, it's possible it got spoiled. We're not going to be those guys. We're not going to be the ones to spoil.
No. But needless to say, it was something that I was just like, oh my fucking God.
It's something I've been
And
waiting to see for 20 years. Plot longer than that, even.
30. Almost. Yeah. And then the ending was awesome. Will there be a continuation? I do not see one whatsoever, unfortunately, just because the shit going on with Ezra Miller and himself.
Okay, but you never know, because the way
You never know.
The way it ends, it's a little ambiguous. They never, of course, everybody knows the whole premise is Barry goes back in time to stop his mother from getting killed, and then he fucks up the timeline and he has to reset it, so his mother still dies. We don't see the killer.
No,
but,
there's a lot of stuff open for a sequel for sure. Yeah. And the end credit scene was a waste of time.
You don't need to stay for it. It's dumb.
They definitely
it's just played for comedy. It doesn't lead.
But give us that mid credits. Don't give us that at the very end, dude. Fuck that. It was dumb. It was dumb. Needless to say, though, the movie was solid. It was fun. I have been to the theaters way too fucking much, dude, in the last 3 goddamn months. Holy shit, dude. The wife and I were trying to remember what movie we saw Mother's Day weekend, because we're like, I'm pretty sure we went to the movie on Mother's Day. And I'm like, no, we didn't. You know what I had to do? I had to listen back to an old episode of Gore N More, to listen back to My Slice of Life, to see what the fuck I did that weekend.
So what did you do that weekend?
We saw Guardians, but it was that Saturday, not Sunday. And I was like, oh,
there is one other cameo that I was completely surprised by, which really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It was at the beginning, the whole chase scene on the bridge, and where Batfleck saves the guy, and then you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, I
wasn't expecting Wonder Woman.
I figured you were gonna see most of that universe's people, or at least a few of them. You know what I mean? Obviously, we got to see Alfred and Batman and blah blah blah. So, but no, man, it's solid. Keaton brings it in, man. I mean, he's old man Keaton, but man,
but he's still a badass Batman.
He still can act. Yeah, man. Could you imagine if we could have younger Keaton as Batman, like he was, but with the technology of today?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It'd be fucking insane, dude. Like, see what Burton would do now or whatever. But yeah, man, I would definitely give 2 thumbs up. Go see it. It was a perfect day. It was a great dad movie. It was actually, honestly, they should have dropped that shit on Mother's Day. Maybe not, though. I don't know. Could go either way, I guess. But alrighty. So nerdy wise, I gotta talk some Mortal Kombat. So we have had some huge Mortal Kombat news for Mortal Kombat 2, the movie dropping out, which I think is still slated supposedly for next year.
Last I heard, yeah.
We will see if that remains or not, with the whole strike still going down. But we got at least 4 new actors on the cast. So we got Damon Harriman, which is going to be the new Quan Chi, which, fingers crossed, we get Noob Sabat with that whole introduction of a character. If not, I'll be very upset.
It makes sense. I can't see any other reason to bring him in.
Why would you bring in Quan Chi if you're not going to go that route? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. That's a couple movies too soon, really, right, for Quan Chi.
And they have Anna Thu Nijin. She will be playing Katana. Desmond Chain will actually be playing Sindel, and Martin Ford will be playing Shao Kahn. Now, I recognize this picture, but I didn't, like, I know him from the bodybuilding world a little bit, but obviously the dude's been acting for the last several years and shit like that. I think he was in Fast 9 even.
I have no, I'd have to go back and look.
He is a tank of a man. He is all but 6'8", and like, oh my God, MK, do you want some stuff? I don't know. Do I want some stuff? I do want some stuff. But no, so we got this. I'm still, man, I still want to see, I can't wait till we start seeing some stuff come from this production, honestly, because they said there's a lot of cast returning. Yeah, Josh Lawson. Fingers crossed. We're gonna get, dude, we better get if they're bringing Josh Lawson back, we have to have a Kano and fucking Johnny Cage scene, dude, because that scene will like, it's gonna.
See, I don't know. I'm still not 100% sold on Carl Urban as Johnny Cage.
I'm not either, but I'm still more sold than some other picks that they probably could have went with. Just because Carl Urban, we know, is a solid actor.
Yeah. My only concern is he's a little old for the role. I was hoping for somebody younger for Cage.
I agree. Because Cage, to me, should be like 34.
Yeah,
35.
he should be about the same age as Sonya Blade in this.
I feel like, well, I mean, like, I'm not saying Sonya couldn't be younger if you were going off, even if she was mid-20s, you know what I mean? Like, he could still be 10 years her senior, but I don't see him, like, Carl Urban's 50. You know what I mean? Like, Johnny Cage isn't 50 until later, but whatever. Yes, so Cabal's not back, but we did see, supposedly, Kung Lao's coming back. I'm thinking it's going to be a flashback or a memory. You know what I mean? Unless they pull the flip of the script. But I don't think they could because technically Shang Tsung took his soul. But if they go MKX style, Quan Chi literally brings back all the dead motherfuckers that died in MK9. So he's one of them. So he comes back as a Revenant in MKX. So they could bring him back.
Could be.
They could bring Goro and Sub-Zero. They could all bring him back as Revenants. It's very possible with the introduction of Quan Chi. So, yeah, I mean, dude, like, my head is all, like, asunder from this shit for sure. Because I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude, give me all the MK. Which, oh, you know what? Also, I need to say, if you have an Xbox right now, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, the full edition, on top of Injustice 2, the full edition, combo pack, is on sale for $10 fucking right now on Xbox.
Dude, you just mentioned somebody and that reminded me. Fucking TMNT, was it the Shredder's Revenge or whatever?
Yes.
It's dropping. No, not the DLC. It's fucking dropping for free on PlayStation Plus, like, tomorrow.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Nice.
And I bought it, but I might just download it again anyway.
Yeah, but it's a solid game, dude. It's totally worth it.
DLC is going to kick ass.
And then you get the sweet fucking trophies, too. Oh man, Brody says hopefully they make Johnny Cage blonde tip with his hair and listening to Nickelback. Maybe, I don't know. I agree with Chad Daddy that Urban is such a solid actor for sure, but man, like, if it was Urban 10 years ago, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah, Judge Dredd Urban would have been perfect.
Like, I always thought Ackles 10 years ago would have been a perfect fucking Cage, but even now he's a little too old now, you know what I mean? But like, bro, in early Supernatural, he's like a total fucking Johnny Cage lookalike, you know what I mean? So,
yep.
I think I don't know if I mentioned this last week though, but I did read that for the game coming out this September, they actually got what's his name to redub all the Johnny Cage lines.
Oh, Van Damme.
Van Damme, yeah. Yep. So if you got the Van Damme skins, it'll just be like the 95 Cage and MK11, which is fucking fantastic. Lyndon Ashby, dude. Lyndon Ashby is like, that's my go-to skin for Cage, man. Because I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. It's
the $500 sunglasses, asshole. It's
the fucking man. I watched that the other day, dude, putting laundry away. I watched the fucking Brody one, and then I was like, well, I need to keep watching it, so I'm watching the 95 one.
I still can't get over how bad Reptile looked in that. Even for 95 standards, it looked bad.
But you know what, man? There's still a lot of stuff about the 95 film, and it's not even nostalgic, but there's just a lot of shit that I still feel was done or represented better to give it a more concrete storyline.
Mm-hmm.
People might disagree. That's fine. But it's like, I don't know. It's that just, when I was rewatching, I was like, man, I'm like, yeah, it's still not a perfect movie, but there's still more solid shit in this.
Well, remember our good friend Mick Strawn. He's the reason we have that sweet Johnny Cage Scorpion fight in the Bone Lair.
Fucking A, dude, which was one of the best looking fucking fights, man.
It was.
What's space ice?
I have no idea.
I do not know what that is, Gene. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to say no on that one. Is there anything else nerdy we want to talk about, boy?
I just want to say that next week, Evil Dead Rise will drop on Max.
Ooh,
it
nice.
comes out a week from tomorrow. So if you missed it and don't want to, rent it from whatever, you can. If you have Max, you can watch it on there. Definitely, and if you don't have Max, you probably should because it's got a lot of good shit.
I mean, at the same time, that is cool. It's coming out on Max. I just really want that on physical though, just because I really want that fucking movie.
I think
it's
it hits
coming out.
It
might be this month or next month.
I think
right?
it's either this or next week. I think it's right around the same time.
It would make sense that it's next week. Let me see. Evil Dead 2023. No, that was no physical release date. Fuck off. Whatever. Either way, cool nonetheless that we get to see it again. So I'm happy.
Now you got me curious. You didn't find anything, but
well, here I could probably type in physical.
June 27th.
Oh, yeah. So
same day.
Oh, is that the day it drops on Max? Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, 27th.
Dope. Love it. Alrighty, homie. I think I'm good to go. We're at 2 hours, and for two of us, I'd say that's pretty fucking good.
That's a solid episode, buddy.
Fucking right.
Sidebars aside.
Right? We haven't done this since fucking Near Dark. The episode that just got us in trouble a couple weeks ago. Fucking A, dude.
Fucking Bill Paxton.
Yeah, right. Bill Paxton. God damn it, Joe, where are you at? Alrighty. So thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. You guys are awesome. We love that you comment and keep doing it up. It's fantastic. You guys are part of the show just as much. So next week, Chad Daddy, once again, you said 2003's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Hell yeah.
Fuck,
Jessica Biel.
Little Arlie Emery next week, dude. Fuck yeah, bro.
Haven't had any hit in a while.
That motherfucker's scarier than Leatherface in that movie, too. I swear to God. Oh, I'm excited for that. But, all right, man, you want to lead us on the sign up, buddy?
Yeah, so this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, saying, come back next week, bitches. We're going to take a little trip down to Texas Town.
Yeah. And I'm your Fluffmaster Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying adios, Gorehounds. Thank you once again for joining in. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Penis.
Spider penis.